My first impression ever of Les Gobelins was almost 20 years ago when I was at Annecy and I was working with Pixar at the time, and we were doing some recruiting. And this was my first time I'd ever met students, because almost everybody who was coming to our booth was from Les Gobelins. And one after the other, the portfolios that they were showing, all for drawing and storyboarding and hand-drawn animation, it just blew me away, the level of the quality of the drawing. So I think it's Les Gobelins has become like the epicenter for French artists who are interested in animation to come and practice and study and get exposure to a lot of the professionals who are already working in the industry, as Paris is the main place where all the studios are. France has its own culture of entertainment and arts that's really uniquely French. And I think a lot of that, in terms of animation, again, comes from the graphic novels and just the strong artistry that existed in illustration. When you think about like a Disney film or a DreamWorks film, they all have their own sort of look and feel to them, and even studios themselves have a sort of culture. So the French touch is something I think is really fresh, especially from an American perspective, because it looks different. There's a different sense of timing, there's a different sense of texture of movement. For me, to be more specific, it's in animation. There's something sharp in the movement, there's something sharp in the design. If you look at a lot of Disney characters, it's very typical that you have very round type of characters. What I've noticed in sort of French design is it gets a little more angular, a little bit more graphic. And then that translates into the movement also. You know, there's something very sharp and witty about the way things move, that it's almost like, in French you'd say sec, it's dry. You know, it has this kind of dry feeling to it. But it comes off very appealing because of this graphic quality of it. The Les Gobelins Summer School, it's a 2-week program that's a very unique opportunity for both professional and aspiring animators because of because of the international quality, for one. The thing that makes it unique, it's the environment, first of all. Being in Paris, being in the city, being at this school that is, become world famous for its, level of high quality animation and education. And then also just this period where you're, with another, 40 or 50 animators who, again, are just coming from all different backgrounds, and you're sharing this experience with them, that's very lively and so much stuff is happening. And I think that it becomes something that's unforgettable, Not to mention the fact that the contacts that you would make in this kind of environment, which, there's nothing that I know of that's creating that sort of environment where you can meet so many people from different places. And that carries over the relationships that people make, professional and personal relationships that they make during these 2 weeks. I think that really makes it a special time.